So today we will be talking about how to count macros. So what are macros? Macros is short for macronutrients, which means the large amount of food we need to take in for us to survive in our everyday lives. So macro means large, and nutrients is basically the substance that we need essentially for us to function. So, what makes up uh, macros and what you will be counting today are three things. So, one of them is protein. This consists of your lean meat, such as chicken and fish, your red meats like pork and beef. For vegan alternatives, we also have beans and maybe also peanuts. But yeah. And then next is the fat. Out of the three, the second one is the fat. So you can get those from butter, oil, and other fat sources such as also coconut and maybe even peanuts. So the next is carbohydrates. So these are basically just your bread, your rice, your pasta. So yeah. Next, we will be talking about specifically how to count these. We will start off with how to count your total calories because this is what we need for to get the three compounds, which is your protein, your fat, and your carbohydrates. We need to get their total calories for a day first. So the total maintenance calories, basically, what it means is so this is the food you intake, and then this is your daily levels for a day. So a maintenance calories means that it has to be level. So it's not going up, it's not going down. This is the food. Your food intake isn't going down because that's what you call a deficit, and it's not supposed to go up because that's what you call a caloric surplus. So we will be calculating today the total maintenance calories. Basically, what you need to eat, how much you need to eat per day for you to maintain your body weight. So we will start off with your weight in pounds. So next, we will put on a range. So the range will be 14 to 16. So 14 to 16 is a range of classifying yourself whether you're a beginner or maybe an athlete, or maybe your daily activity per day isn't as much as compared to another person. So for example, let's say you're just a person who goes to the office and then maybe works out in the afternoon. That's what I would call a 14. But if you're an athlete and you do a lot of activities, you go work out more than 4 hours a day, or maybe even um, go through a lot of things, not just working out. Maybe you travel, maybe you go and drive yourself to wherever you want. So yeah, basically that's just a range for where you want to be in. So just to give you an insight, I've been using this calculation for almost 3 years now. So it does work, and especially if you put the time and you exercise properly, you will see results. So moving on, I consider myself today as a maybe not as much active person because of the quarantine. So I'll put myself in a 14. So 155 times 14 is equal to 2,170. 2,170 basically is my calories, total calories for per day. So next, to calculate for the protein, another range will be introduced. So this range is basically 0.75 and 1.25. So 0.75 are those people who are starting in gymming or in working out, or maybe they're obese and maybe they're overweight. 1.25 are for those people who need more protein. Those are the people like bodybuilders, athletes, elite physique members, so, and as such. So they would need to intake more protein compared to those who are just starting, right? So I would consider myself in between that. So I will be one, not 1.25, not 0.75. So I will multiply 155 times 1, which will be equal to 155 per gram, 155 grams of protein per day. So later on, we will be, to get the total carbohydrates per day, we will need to add the protein and the fat calories. So right now, I'll be introducing you to this 4, basically, which means a gram of protein or carbs is equal to 4 calories. So imagine 1 gram of a carb, let's say all carbs or all proteins have the caloric compound of 4 calories. So basically 1 is to 4, okay? So if you multiply that, 155 times 4 is equal to 620 calories. That's it basically. But with fat, it's a bit different. Fat is much larger because it has 9 calories, 9 calories per 1 gram of fat, basically. So next is the fat. So again, another range is introduced here, which is 0.3 is if you're more of a fatty person, and 0.6 is if you're more of a carb person. For example, 0.3 are people who enjoy more butter, more oil, peanut butter, or maybe Nutella as well. And the 0.6 people are those who enjoy more carbs. They enjoy more bread. They enjoy more pasta. They enjoy more sauce. So this is a range again. So you have to choose it either if you're a 0.3 or a 0.6. So I consider myself more of a fatty person, 0.3, because I love my butter and I love peanut butter. I also love my truffle oil. So yeah, again with the weight, my weight 155 times 0.3, that will be equal to 47 grams. So 47 grams will be the total fat intake that I will have for each day. So we have to turn that into calories. So 47 grams times 9, which is the caloric, like what it's made up of, basically, right? So 1 gram of fat is equal to 9 calories. So 47 times 9 is equal to 423 calories. So each day I have to take in 423 calories of fat or 47 grams of fat. Okay, next. My carbohydrates. So as I mentioned a while ago, we would have to get carbohydrates, we need to subtract protein from we have to subtract all of the ones that we've got in the previous slides. So we need to subtract 2170. We need to subtract the protein, which is 620 calories, and then we also have to subtract 423 calories, which will give us a total carbohydrates, or the remaining calories will be 1127 calories for carbohydrates, which in grams. So basically a while ago we were talking about like multiplying 1 gram of a carb or 1 gram of protein by 4. Now you will be dividing carbohydrates into grams. So this basically is 1127 divided by 4 will be 282 grams of carbs per day. So that's mine. If you want to calculate yours, go through all these slides, and one way for you to count them and be sure that your progress is on point, I would recommend MyFitnessPal, because it's a free application and you don't need any payment, not unless you want to go premium on it. But the application itself is already useful. So yes, that's all. Thank you.